Hello everyone, I am going to show you how to take out this engine. It is off a Pontiac Bonneville. It's a 3.8 non-supercharged. Recently my other car, which is my car, that's a 2002 Pontiac Bonneville, just like this one. For some reason the motor locked up. Long story short, had to tow it. My dad put a new starter in. We got it unstuck, but there was a huge pinging like marble sound inside the engine. So we went ahead, took it out, took the engine out, mainly dissected it, and didn't see anything wrong with it. So we felt like it would be best to maybe find a used engine in another Bonneville or something like it. Ironically, we found a 2002 Pontiac Bonneville, just like mine, different color and everything, but the engine runs good. There was just body damage. So mainly what we're going to do is switch out engines, and I'm going to use the rest of the car for parts. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take this part off. Well, I'm going to unhook all the sensors, all the connectors, and I'm going to actually take pictures, or I guess I can just do it with this video, of what goes what. There's the gas line, so I'm going to have to bleed that off, which you bleed it out right there. I'll actually open it to show you. Okay. So it's kind of like a tire pressure thing. You just push it in there and it will relieve the pressure of the gas. Take this off, be very gentle because this is very breakable. This just pops out. Let me move that. Let's see, that comes right out. That comes right out. And then this thing, which actually what I'll probably do is leave that connector in, take this one out, and this just gotta bend this thing up and over. This pops out. Now I'm gonna get a flat head and then just kind of wiggle that out, and it comes right out because there's like a little latch thing that's latching that. So why don't I do that first? I'm also going to need to take the radiator hose off. So I will do that. All you do is just clamp this, bring it back, wiggle it, and then I'll probably just leave it up here so it doesn't drain. Which, actually on here, the radiator busted, so there probably is no coolant in it. So that probably will be not a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the engine, go ahead and do that so you don't have to watch it as I do it, and then I'll come back and begin the rest. Alright, so this is what I just took off. Like I said, on the part that slided into, it's just kind of like a latch. It's probably a metal latch, I think. So it probably will bend out of the way, so you just need to bend it back once you reinstall it. Which is right there. And then you have its connector to disconnect. Okay. I am going to go ahead now and bleed the gas right there, because we're going to have to take this gas line off and that gas line off, which is actually pretty easy. So just to kind of show you, just in case you're new to this like I was, there you go. That's all it does. You might squirt a little bit longer, but 2 to 1 it's just going to spit at you, and that's it. So now, there should be some tabs right on here, which I cannot get to. But you're supposed to just squeeze. Well, let me see, hold on. Alright, let me pause it, and let me get back with you, because obviously I'm going to need two hands. Alright, I'm an idiot, and so that's the tab right there that you're needing to squeeze. So when it's on there, these two right there is what you need to squeeze, and things should just pop out. Let me demonstrate it to you on this one. Hopefully I won't have a hard time. Actually, if I remember right, I think I needed a flathead screwdriver for this one, because this thing right there is in the way to push it. So let me get my flathead. There it goes. Come on, I know you get there. Oh, there we go. So there it is. So mainly what you want to do is just undo it from those little clip things. You might have to undo it from those. And then just gently put it aside inside your engine so you don't break it or hit it or anything. So I'm going to pause it, I'm going to do that, and I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. Alright, so as you can see, I just got done taking them out. Taking the third one out also. Mainly the third one was the one that hooked up to this guy, and that first tube that I showed you that mounted right there. That was the bottom one right there. So you had this one for the gas, that one for the gas, and I do believe the other one's like for exhaust, or not exhaust, but like an airflow thing. Trying to think. So mainly, I'm trying to think of how to do this where I don't have to unattach everything like I did on my car, on my original car, because at that time I went ahead and took the manifold off to see if anything was messed up inside there, and plus I had already changed the gaskets, and maybe one of these days I'll do a video on that. If you want me to, I can definitely do that. There might be videos though to show that to you, so I'm not really going to be interested in that, since I'm not really needing to do that with this car. Thankfully now I have spare, mostly new gaskets, so that kind of works out for me. But I think mainly what I need to do is start disconnecting all the electronic crap, my mind went blank. All the electronics, how about that? Connectors, yeah. Electronics connectors. But before we do that, let me do what I said in the beginning and disconnect the radiator hose. So, let me get the tool, I'll go ahead and do that, then I'll show you it and come back. Alright, so that was pretty quick, pretty easy. This looks kind of grody. There's the hose that I kind of just put over there. There's that clip, which I'll probably change that out for an easier one. If say your like heater is not heating very well in your car or whatever, and you need to check the device, which is losing my brain. Sorry guys, I just want to let you know I'm not no mechanic. I don't want to claim to be, but I wanted to make this video, even though I'm not. I want to make this video to make it easier for you guys on a Bonneville, on a 2002 Bonneville. And I mean, this might be good on other GM vehicles. that has a 3800 engine. But I just, because I have already done this, I felt like I wanted to give other people some help. So that's mainly why I'm doing it. Like I said, I'm not no mechanic, so forgive me if the parts and all that stuff doesn't come to my head all at once. To be honest with you, I'm more of an electrical person than I am mechanic. But since I have got to take this motor out, I thought I would help out YouTube people, since a lot of YouTube people and what they have done has helped me out to know how to do something. So, my dad, he knows more of what things are and all that other stuff. Alright, enough rambling. So, the next thing I'm going to do, just because, actually, you're probably going to need to do it now that I think about it. I'm going to go ahead and take the air filter off, the assembly here. I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and all the connectors. I'm going to take that off, and there's going to be some things I'm going to take off, just because, like I said, this is going to be my parts car, and as soon as mainly I get this engine out, I'm going to dissect this thing, keep what I think will be worthy, get rid and sell, and my dad's going to get the money off of that since he bought me this $500 car for the part. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm also, oh crap, that's hard. I also will let you know that the brain of the card, the PCM, ECU, whatever you want to call it, there's so many stinking names for it, is actually behind this air filter. It's actually right there, and believe it or not, it's really easy to get to once you take this off and this off. Let me go ahead. This, I actually do want to show you guys as I do it. Just so, I really like to try and make things easy, as I call it in my field, dummy proof. So I have this little mount thing here that I'm going to mount to my car so you guys can watch while I work on it. So I'll be right back.